Today I got an idea to create my software as a service software, and you may also get one sometimes as well, but you don't have to build this until you actually verify that it's an idea that can be sold, and you first need to sell it. And in this video I want to explain why I dropped this idea as soon as I got this idea, because I was always telling software engineers and tech founders that they should never build something, should never code something before they actually sell it, before they at least verify that this idea is actually viable. But ideally you should sell it. So in this video I'll explain why I dropped this idea for now, when I will be doing this instead, what I'll be doing during this time whenever I'm preparing myself for actually building this software, and why I might not even be building this software as a result, and why you shouldn't build your software as well. Let me first tell you my story. I was working as a software engineer, then I dropped it because I realized that it's not stable, that it's not giving me enough value, it's not giving me enough money, that as much money as I would like to have. So I went into entrepreneurship. I did it pretty wrong. I tried building different code projects, I tried different YouTube channels, and some of them made me money. But then I realized that the final thing that I would like to share with the world is to actually go and do this entrepreneurship journey, because it wasn't stable for me to work in a 9 to 5. I didn't really enjoy it, and I had a lot of reasons. I explained them in a different video, which is actually in the description to this one. If you want to, you can go check it out. But my idea was to help other software engineers to basically become tech founders and scale their businesses, even if they already have some, and share this information that I have that they sometimes kind of miss out. And it kind of sounds pretty reasonable, it sounds logical that you don't have to build something that people may not even need, but many software engineers don't realize it. And the reason for that is because we want to feel productive. We want to feel like we're doing something right, that we're building some code and then it's going to be sold somehow. But in reality, this is not how it works. In reality, we should do uncomfortable things. We should reach out to people. We should talk to them. We should see if they're actually willing to buy our potential solution. And after we already verified it, after we already even sold it, this is when we can actually go and build it. So my idea personally was to build an AI lead generation system, basically AI automation, which will help me with lead generation. Why? Because right now I'm helping tech founders with lead generation as well. This is a part of my business. This is more like for already kind of working businesses, not for beginners, but for established guys who are able to at least sell or at least have a proof of concept. Then I can help them with lead generation. So what I thought is that I will create my AI automation, which will be helping those guys and myself as well, because I also need to find those new leads who I can work with, who can become my clients, and then for those clients I will also be doing AI automation. Why I'm doing this? Because I want to increase my skills, I want to get more testimonials, so that as a result I can help software engineers and tech founders when I will be coaching them how to do this process themselves. Not doing this instead of them, but teaching them how to do this. I also explain it a lot. You can also check out in my other videos. So the idea is, I saw that why would I do this manually if I can create an AI automation which will do this for me. But here is a few things. First of all, I don't have enough experience. Obviously, I do have some experience. I'm getting enough leads. I'm getting booked calls for me, for my clients. So I am making this work. But it's not enough for me to actually go and build AI automation tool, because I could stay in this market for a bit longer, learn more about this, and actually after I see that there is enough demand and maybe there is some gap, then I would actually go and do this. And this is a mistake that many software engineers actually do, because they build sometimes software, most of the time actually, they're building the software for the niche that they've never been in. They kind of know that there is some problem maybe exists, so I'm just gonna build a software and we're gonna see if it's gonna sell or not. And this is what usually happens, and it never usually sells. And so what you should do instead, and this is what I'm usually explaining in many of my videos. So the first thing is that you need to identify the niche. First of all, you need to ask yourself, what do you want to do for a long time, and what would be the number one thing that you would like to share with the world, and what would it be? So for me, it was that you should pursue entrepreneurship. And this is how I actually found out about this niche, and that I should probably be doing this. So this is how I started with this. Second thing is that you should actually go and talk to those potential clients, customers, and see what are their thoughts about your solution, what are their problems, what are their goals, and also it will help you to align your solution better. So this is what you should do. Or at least you can work with them for a while. This is exactly my plan is. Because I understood that I don't want to build the software right now because I don't have any proof that it will be sellable. I don't have too much basically processes going on, so I could wait for a bit longer, spend more time with different niches, with different tech founders, see what their problems are, and once I will already be at full capacity, then I can go and actually automate this, and I will also have more experience at that point. So this is what I want you to do as well. And third thing that you should do, third thing, is that you should first of all sell it. And for that, you don't need to build it. And to do that, you don't need to build a SaaS. You need to build an agency. So instead of saying that you are using some AI automation to actually find leads, you're just saying that I'm gonna find leads for you. And then if you're using AI automation or not, this is not their problem. This is your problem. And this is when you can actually be building this for your internal tool, and you may not even ever show this to them. And it can be applied to pretty much anything. Even for website builders, you can create a website builder or maybe some template and basically reuse it all the time whenever you have new clients. And same for AI automations, same for some voice receptionists or whatever else exists. And then, once you've already done this, once you've proved that it's working, then you can actually make it a separate SaaS that people will be buying without basically needing your help. But what I usually see software engineers do, and I actually talked to one of those software engineers who actually builds a SaaS like this, and actually two software engineers like this, and they're building SaaS even while they were not in this niche before. And what is the problem that at least one of them is facing is that whenever new clients are signing up, they're signing up for a small retention fee, like a few $100, and then they basically cancel it in a few months because first reason is that they're not really aware on how to use it, and second reason is that they're not even using it a lot. So if you would be charging higher prices, if you would be charging upfront prices, then you would also be able to teach them on how to use it first of all, and secondly, you would also need less clients, and thirdly, you will also be able to make sure that they're using it for a longer time because they invested their money into this, they also have the knowledge on how to use it, and yeah, of course it's going to be harder a bit for you to sell it, but if you're charging $200 and you have 10 clients, this is $2,000. But if you're, for example, having 2 clients, then each of them is paying $2,000 upfront and then $500 every month. So you pretty much need 2.5 clients to actually make it somewhat relevant to whatever the numbers are. Yeah. And after you already sold it, this is when you can actually go and start building it. Initially, you can also do it manually, but it depends on what your agreement is. So this is what I'm actually helping software engineers and tech founders with. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I will help you to see what your current business idea is. I will help you to validate it, give you a plan for your next steps, what you should do, how you can validate it, who you can reach out to, where you can reach out to those potential clients, what your offer can be. This is exactly what one of those software engineers actually did with me on LinkedIn. He reached out to me, or maybe I reached out to him, and we basically chatted about his idea, and he agreed that probably this is not the best path that he is taking right now. And I also recommend you to check out this video where I'm explaining how to do niche research, how to basically pick the best niche that is gonna work for you, that has money, that will be actually high value, high payable, and that you will also enjoy working with. I'll see you in this video or in my LinkedIn.